Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be debunking 5 myths about natural 4C type hair. So while I'm debunking those 5 myths, I'm also going to be retwisting my hair. This is not a tutorial or anything, so I'm not going to be describing the products that I am using. If you would like to know more information about the products that I am using in this video, please go check out my previous natural hair videos. I will link some of the most popular videos in the description box below. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. So as you can see, I've already started my retwisting process, but let's go ahead and bring up the first myth. So the first myth is that natural type 4C hair does not grow. This is very, very, very far from the truth. The reason why your type 4C hair may not be quote unquote growing, which we'll get to that in a minute, is because it lacks moisture. When your hair lacks moisture, it is more prone to breakage. Our hair is constantly growing, but the reason why you may not see that growth is as your hair is growing from the root, it is also breaking off from the ends or from the mid shaft of the hair. Due to the makeup of our natural type 4C hair, it doesn't allow our natural hair's oils to glide down the rest of our hair, which generally provides that moisture. So as type 4 naturals, we have to find a way to ensure that our hair is getting moisture from alternative methods. So when people generally say like, oh, my hair isn't growing, it's not that your hair is not growing, it's just that you're not seeing that growth because you haven't found that method that gives your hair moisture. I am a firm believer in oils, oils, oils. If you watch my previous hair care videos, which are linked below in the description box, you will know that I love oils. Specifically, my favorite oil is castor oil. It's the oil that provides the most moisture in my hair the longest, and it is a moisturizer and a sealant. I know a lot of people may not agree with that statement, but in my personal opinion and in my personal experience, castor oil has allowed me to retain the most length because it serves as both. So when you find an oil that provides moisture and also seals that moisture into your hair, it's gonna boost the elasticity in your hair and prevent breakage. And bingo, when you prevent breakage, your hair is gonna retain length and you're gonna end up seeing that growth. Another reason why your natural type 4C hair may not be growing is because you're not drinking enough water. It is extremely important to make sure that you are hydrating and moisturizing your body from the inside out in order to promote healthy hair growth. So I would encourage you guys to drink lots of water and eat a lot of fruit and vegetables in order to feed your hair follicles and reduce the amount of breakage you are receiving and ultimately retaining the most length. Another reason why your hair may not be quote unquote growing is because you're using too much heat. I know. I absolutely love the fact that my hair appears armpit length when it's twisted up, but in actual reality, my hair touches my waist if it were pulled or straightened. So I love the fact that our hair is just so beautiful and interesting, but it's not good to straighten your hair and apply heat on your hair all the time. Heat can cause dry, brittle hair, which increases the chances of breakage. So my advice to you guys would be to significantly reduce the amount of heat that you use. And if you are going to use heat on your hair, then make sure that you're taking those extra precautions by using heat protectant. Another reason why your hair may not be growing is because, girl, you keep your hands in it too much. So when you always constantly have your hands in your hair, or have a brush in your hair, or a comb in your hair, you're doing multiple styles in a week, it's going to cause unnecessary stress on your hair, and your hair is going to break off from the ends. So if you find yourself asking, why is my hair not growing? This could potentially be the reason. In order to solve this issue, make sure that you are putting your hair in protective styles, such as braids or twists in my case, or buns, or whatever. Duct tape your hands together. Whatever you need to do in order to keep your hands out of your hair is going to ensure that you're not causing unnecessary stress, and you will not have as much breakage. I would recommend to keep your hair tucked away for a minimum of 1 week, but honestly, if you can, 2 to 3 weeks is like prime. In my case, I don't manipulate my hair often at all. I'll probably manipulate my hair by twisting it up, and I normally do my retwisting every maybe 3 weeks, sometimes 4 if I'm super busy and I push it off. But long story short, no touchy, no breaky, okay? The second myth that I would like to debunk is, girl, you need a trim. In my personal opinion, and argue with your mama, don't argue with me. I believe that you only need to get regular trims if you are doing everything that I said not to do in this video. So if you constantly have your hands in your hair, you don't drink water, you always have a new style, every 3 days or every week, or maybe you constantly straighten your hair, will you qualify to get regular trims? Me, on the other hand, I have my hair in protective styles 99.9% of the time. If you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, then I highly suggest that you do. It will be linked below, or you can search Toriona Stewart, my name, and I will pop right on up. But if you look at my Instagram, you may see my hair out. But let me tell you something. I do not wear my natural hair out untwisted for more than 12 hours. If I go out and I want to wear my hair out, when I come back, whether it's 12 a.m., whether it's 2 a.m., whether it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever, I make sure that I twist my hair back up. I can firmly say that I have never worn my hair out for more than 12 hours. So if you are in a predicament like me, where you take extreme care of your hair, it's always oiled, it's always moisturized, you wear protective styles, then you don't need to get regular trims, contrary to what a lot of people believe. You don't need to get regular trims because I'm not gonna say that I don't have breakage, but I have very minimal breakage. There's no reason for me to get a trim. I have not had a trim since I started my twisting journey, which was a little over a year and a half ago, and my hair is flourishing. And I do not plan on getting any trims anytime soon, or honestly ever. So no, you don't have to trim your hair in order for it to grow. It, in my opinion, it is a case-by-case basis. If you're protecting your hair, there's no need for you to get trims. There's just honestly no need. You're cutting off healthy hair. Another thing that I would say is when I do wear my hair out, I get so anxious that I put like 20 pounds of oil on my hair when I know that I'm gonna wear it out, just to protect it, not just from the city, but the world, Craig. Like
what Mr. Molly said, we top flight security of the world, Craig. Not just the city, the world.
I have to make sure my hair is extremely protected. So if you do the same thing that I do, you don't need to get a trim. It is not a must for you to get a trim. Your hair will not stop growing. You won't stop retaining length. Trims are meant to happen on a case-by-case basis. It is not a one fit all. All right, you guys, well, I have done half of my head and I still have this half to go. But the third myth that I would like to debunk is my type 4 hair is hard to manage. The reason why this is a myth is because, in my personal opinion, type 4 hair is only hard to manage if you're trying to get it to do things that it does not want to do. Type 4 hair is the easiest to manage because all you need to do is make sure that it's moisturized with oils or whatever other products that you use and leave it alone to flourish. If you're not doing those two things, it would definitely appear or seem like your hair is hard to manage. But from my personal experience, when I started listening to my hair, learning what it liked, learning what it disliked, learning what it, wanted to do and what it didn't want to do, I learned that my hair is actually super easy to deal with. It's also very important to stick with what your hair likes. So in my personal experience, I started my twisting journey and I quickly realized that this is the best that my hair has ever felt in my entire life. And my hair was growing at a rate that it has never grown before. And so when you find that product or that method that makes your hair grow or retain length better, stick with it. Don't care or don't worry about the new YouTube trends that are going on with natural hair. Stick with what your hair likes and stick with what you know. And the fourth natural hair myth that I would like to debunk is my natural hair is expensive. This is a myth because natural hair can be expensive. However, it does not have to be. It is not necessary for you to buy the newest deep conditioner, the newest shampoo, the newest styling cream, whatever. It's not essential. It's not a must-have to buy the latest natural hair care products. As long as you find a good oil, a good moisturizer, you are good to go. It can be very easy to follow those YouTube trends, especially when they have like the clickbait titles, grew my hair 6 inches in 24 hours. But don't run out and go buy all of those different products. If your hair has liked this one particular method or one particular product, just stick with it. One thing about our hair is it loves consistency. My hair does not like to guess what I'm gonna do to it next. It doesn't like that. It wants to know what's gonna happen, and it likes a routine schedule. Once you learn what your hair likes and what your hair doesn't like, just stick with what you know. It's gonna save you a lot of money. All right, you guys, I am finally done with twisting all of my hair up. Look how thick it is. And these twists are juicy, honey. But our fifth and final myth is type 4 natural hair needs to be washed and combed frequently. I am living proof that that is not true. I wash my hair 4 times a year, which if you calculate that, I wash it every 3 months. I also have not combed my hair in over 1.5 years. If you watch my previous natural hair videos, I will link them down below in the description box, you will notice that I never, ever pick up a comb or a brush. I do not comb or brush my hair. I simply finger detangle. So in my personal opinion, type 4 hair out of all the hair care types that you can have is the hair type that needs to be washed as little as possible and needs to be combed and brushed as little as possible as well. And the reasoning for this is because type 4 hair is very fragile. It does not like over manipulation. If you are constantly combing and brushing your hair, it's just a lot. Sometimes our hair will just get super stressed out and it wants to break off. It wants to, get split ends and all kinds of terrible things like that. So the less you wash your hair and the less you comb and brush your hair, the better. Specifically for washing your hair, the reason why I say this is because there are not a lot of shampoos out there that effectively clarify your hair while also keeping the moisture in your hair. At least I haven't found one. And so I basically just make my own DIY shampoo, and it's African black soap base. If you want to learn more information about this shampoo, I will link the video in the description box down below. But that shampoo actually clarifies my hair while also keeping all of the natural oils that are in my hair in order to keep my hair healthy and shiny and growing. So in my personal opinion, put down the combs, girl. Throw them away, put them in the trash, give them to a friend, give them to a family member. You do not need them. All you need is these little 10 things right here. Your fingers, that's all you need. You don't need a comb, you don't need a brush. Stop washing your hair so frequently. There's no need. There is literally no need. I know a lot of people are probably looking at me crazy like, girl, that's nasty, that's disgusting. My hair smells good. My hair does not stink. It mostly smells like oils, like castor oil and all the stuff that I put in my hair. It smells like shea butter a lot, which kind of has that smoky smell to it. So my hair does not stink, guys. It smells like the products that I use. My scalp is super duper clean. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a super duper clean scalp. It's not dirty, nothing. So I am living proof that you don't need to wash your hair so frequently. If you have type 4 hair, I recommend a minimum of washing your hair once a month or 12 times a year. Anything more frequent than that, in my personal opinion, is a complete no. So those are the 5 natural, I'm holding up 10. So those are the 5 natural hair myths that I just debunked in this video. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit that like button. Please comment down below what's a natural hair myth that you've heard that you know from personal experience is definitely not true. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!